You know, when I daydream, it's not as extravagant as Mr. Mitty. I also get a huge bulge in my pants. What's happening, film friends? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And The Secret Life of Walter Mitty stars Ben Stiller, Kristen Wiig, Sean Penn, Adam Scott, Patton Oswalt, Catherine Hahn. That is a laundry list of actors right there, and basically what happens here is we follow the dull life of Walter Mitty. He works at Life magazine as pretty much what happens is the photographers of Life magazine, they send him the negatives, and he's the one that's going to process them to get them on the covers, to get them in the magazine. And Sean Penn plays this famous photographer who sends him a bunch of negatives and says, hey, number 25, that's going on the cover of Life magazine, which happens to be the last cover of Life magazine because they're converting to the whole online crap, because who the hell reads magazines anymore? And that negative is missing, so he sets off on a journey to find Sean Penn's character to be like, where the F is this negative? And of course, before that, we established that, you know, Walter Mitty has quite the imagination. He'll just freeze up and just be like, something like that. And then something happens in his brain. You get to see what's in his brain. He's like rescuing a dog from a fire. He's fighting somebody. He's jumping off of stuff. He's just being a badass. What did I think of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? Well, I actually enjoyed The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and which is kind of weird because I looked at Rotten Tomatoes and it was at like a 37%. It was a lot of critics were not digging this movie, and I kept hearing mixed reviews from online critics too, and I was like, huh, interesting. But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just see it for myself and judge for myself, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. First off, what is just awesome about this movie is the visuals. Ben Stiller, good fucking job, man. I mean, the cinematography in this movie is excellent. I mean, the locations that they go to are shot very well. Everything is just shot very well. He uses the camera to tells the story, and even when he's, you know, imagining stuff, even that aspect of it is pretty well done. I mean, there's this crazy fight scene that I almost thought of Family Guy when he fights the chicken. I was like, you know what? I like what they did there. It's kind of almost like how that happened. Ben Stiller himself, even playing Walter Mitty. I've always been a Ben Stiller fan. I mean, I love his movies. A lot of his movies, it's funny because when Ben Stiller, he either plays one of two roles, it seems. He either plays like just a dumbass, it's an idiot, you know, Zoolander, Dodgeball, which I love those movies. But then he also plays that good-hearted, like, you know, shy guy who always ends up getting a girl. I mean, there is a formula to a Ben Stiller movie, but you know, this was just a little different. There was something different about him playing Walter Mitty. Kristen Wiig. Nah, I love you, Kristen Wiig. Yeah, there's just something. She's hot. Come on, guys. What was nice about Kristen Wiig is she wasn't playing her normal role. She always, you know, does these crazy comedy roles constantly, you know, which is not bad. I love those roles too, but it was kind of refreshing to see her play more of a, you know, normal role, I guess you could say, just more laid back. Sean Penn is also great too. He's not in the movie that much, but when he is, he really sells you that he is this passionate photographer who just will just sit there just to take a picture of something for days or whatnot, or go to extreme lengths just to get a photo of something, which is really cool. Then we get to the characters that I was not fond of whatsoever, and this is the gripes of the movie, and I can see probably why critics gave this movie a thumbs down. Adam Scott's character. Fuck no. Adam Scott's character is stupid, shouldn't have been in the movie. He just plays that cliche douchebag who's kind of like the enemy of Walter Mitty, you know. He's coming in as this big executive, you know, they're taking over Life magazine, and he's just the dick who's giving him shit and just acts like a dick, and it just didn't work. All the way down to the beard. I mean, they either dyed his beard way too dark or it was a fake fucking beard, and I wanted to punch him in his beard. Catherine Hahn too, and I actually like Catherine Hahn. She's a great character actor, that, you know, crazy character actor. You've seen her in a bunch of movies, Anchorman, Step Brothers. You know, she's actually pretty funny, but she really was not needed for this type of movie. It was pretty crazy. Shirley MacLaine also in this movie. I don't know if I mentioned her in the cast. She does a good job. She plays his mom. I didn't mind her, but those two characters were not needed in this movie. Patton Oswalt, I mean, I like Patton Oswalt as a comedian and everything, but his character, it was like, okay, yeah, cool for a little bit, but he kept on showing up, not really showing up, it was more phone conversations, which was a little weird too. It was like, wait, he's like in the Himalayas. How is he able to get such good cell phone service? But all in all, I really enjoyed Walter Mitty. It's a good family comedy. When the comedy works, it works. When it doesn't, yeah, it sadly doesn't. But like I said, it's the visuals that really grabbed me. I mean, it was shot very well, and I commend Ben Stiller for that. I mean, I was like, wow, that's good job. Benny boy, you know how to point the camera and use angles and all that stuff. Anyways, guys, did you see Walter Mitty? Let me know down below in the balls area, as well as hit that like, thumbs up button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and head to filmjunkie.com for your latest movie news, as well as all these film reviews written out as well. If you don't feel like listening to my annoying voice, you can read my annoying words. Well, alright guys, I'm David, the Film Junkie, and this has been a film review of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I'm gonna do some imagining tonight. Kristen Wiig. What? Ignore that. Bye.